Taehyung's heartfelt message in his latest live makes ARMY break down in tears. Hello everyone. And welcome back to BTS fans. The home of emotions. The place where every moment becomes a memory. And the space where fans from all around the world come together to celebrate every second that BTS shares with their beloved ARMY. Here on this channel, we don't just talk about videos. We don't just follow trends. And we don't simply report updates. On BTS fans, we relive feelings. We celebrate connections. And we dive deep into the small moments that often hold the biggest meaning for millions of hearts around the world. And today, we're going to talk about a live that made the world fall silent. A live filled with warmth, silence, tears, and a message so sincere that it made millions of ARMY break down as they watched Taehyung open his heart. Taehyung's latest live was not just a simple interaction. It was a message, a confession, a moment that shook emotions everywhere. Let's dive into this beautiful, heartbreaking story. The beginning of the live, a calmness like the night breeze. Taehyung began the live with an atmosphere so calm, so soft, so gentle, that everyone watching could feel a quiet warmth surrounding them. There was no music, no stage lighting, no polished performance. Just Taehyung, with a soft expression and a small smile that immediately put everyone at ease. Say anything about Taehyung, his visuals, his voice, his charisma, but there's one thing that always stands out: his ability to calm thousands of hearts with just his presence. During the live, he sat as if speaking to someone he deeply trusted. His movements were slow, his voice gentle, and his eyes glimmered with meaning and emotion, as if he had been holding on to something for a long time and finally wanted to share it. ARMY around the world immediately sensed something different. Taehyung didn't come to entertain that day. He came because he wanted to be heard, to be honest, to open his heart. The first sentence that stopped millions in their tracks. Without any long introduction, Taehyung said softly, "I missed you, more than I can express." And with that, millions of ARMY watching the live fell silent. Shivers, goosebumps, tears. That simple sentence held a depth of longing that could be felt even through a screen. The comments exploded instantly. "Taehyung, we miss you too. I'm crying. Why does his voice feel this warm?" Everyone knew in that moment this was not a regular live. A message that felt like a love letter to ARMY. As Taehyung continued, his tone changed. There was sincerity he couldn't hide, honesty he couldn't hold back, and love that poured out. With every word, he spoke softly. "Sometimes I feel tired, but when I think of you, I feel strong again." That felt like a hug, like someone sitting beside you when you feel alone and saying, "I'm here." Taehyung continued, his voice trembling just a little. "You're always there for me, even when I'm not sure how to love myself properly." And at that moment, millions of ARMY couldn't hold back their tears. Because a superstar like Taehyung, someone who looks perfect all the time, who always smiles, who seems unbreakable, opened up about the weight he carries and how ARMY helps him breathe. That small, emotional smile. Even though his eyes glistened, Taehyung kept smiling. It wasn't his stage smile. It wasn't a smile for cameras. It was a real smile. The kind someone makes when they're trying to stay strong, even when their heart feels heavy. And that's why ARMY cried even harder. Because they understood how painful a brave smile can be. Taehyung asking ARMY to take care of themselves. After taking a deep breath, Taehyung said something that shattered the live emotionally. With deep warmth in his voice, he said, "I want you to be happy. I want you to stay healthy. If you feel tired, please don't keep it inside." Those words reached deeply. This wasn't just an idol speaking. It was a friend, a brother, someone who truly cared. He continued, "You deserve love. You deserve to feel safe. Don't forget that." And those words made countless ARMY break down in tears. Honesty that spread through the world. During this live, Taehyung didn't hide behind celebrity walls. He wasn't Kim Taehyung the global superstar. He was Kim Taehyung the person. He said, "I have hard days too. I get lonely too. But you make me strong." It wasn't just an admission. It was gratitude. So sincere that ARMY felt it deep inside their hearts. The final moment that broke everyone completely. At the end of the live, Taehyung stared at the camera, as if he were looking directly into the eyes of every single ARMY. That gaze was warm, soft, loving, a gaze full of emotion. And with a voice barely above a whisper, he said, "Thank you for loving me in such a beautiful way." No dramatic background music. No formal goodbye. No big gesture. Just silence. A silence full of emotion, connection, and love. That made this live one of the most unforgettable moments between Taehyung and ARMY. From BTS fans to every ARMY. Here on BTS Fans, we believe moments like this are not just content. They're reminders. Proof of a bond that cannot be bought, cannot be replaced, and cannot be broken. Taehyung has once again shown that the love between BTS and ARMY isn't a slogan, isn't a line for the cameras. It's real, it's alive, and it breathes in quiet, honest moments. Like this one. That day, Taehyung didn't just talk. He healed. He embraced. He reminded millions of people that they are worthy of love. See you again in the next emotional story. Only on BTS Fans, the home of every heart that beats a little faster because of BTS.